question, we will vote on this motion as follows. Once I put the question, you will vote on a voice vote on nominees numbers 1 to 21 as one vote. You will then vote on nominee Roman 2, the appointed Attorney General. You will then vote on nominee Roman 3, Mercy Wanjau, Secretary of the Cabinet. Then you will vote on the rejection of Penina Malonza, Roman 4. Depending on how you vote on Roman 4, I'll then give you further direction. I now put the question. So I'll read up to 21, ask you to vote. Then we go to Roman 2, you vote. Roman 3, you vote. Then Roman 4, you vote. Honorable members, I now put the question. Can the members at the bar take their seats? Members, take your seats quickly. Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. We'll now put the question. Before I put the question, allow me, members, to also acknowledge the presence in the public gallery of Precious Blood Girls High School from Kiambu County. We all welcome them to the House of Parliament. Honorable members, I now put the question that taking into consideration the findings of the Committee on Appointments in its first report on the vetting of nominees for approval as Cabinet Secretaries, the Secretary of the Cabinet and the Attorney General laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, October 24th, 2022, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 152.2, 154.2a, and 156.2 of the Constitution, and Sections 3 and 8 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act 2011, this House, 1, approves the appointment of the following persons as Cabinet Secretaries. The Honorable Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, EGH, Office of the Prime Cabinet Minister. The Honorable Professor Kithure Kindiki, EGH, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Interior and National Administration. The Honorable Professor Njuguna Ndungu, CBS, Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Economic Planning. The Honorable Alice Mudhoni Wahome, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Water, Sanitation and Irrigation. The Honorable Rebecca Miano, MBS, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of East African Community, the ASALs and Regional Development. The Honorable Alfred Nganga Mutua, EGH, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Diaspora. The Honorable Aisha Juma Karisa Katana, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Public Service, Gender and Affirmative Action. The Honorable Moses K. Kuria, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Trade, Investment and Industry. The Honorable Rosalinda Soipan Tuya, CBS, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Environment and Forestry. The Honorable Onesimus Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Roads, Transport and Public Works. Mr. Sakaria Mwangi Njeru, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. Ms. Susan Nahumicha Wafula, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Health. the Honorable Franklin Mithika Linturi, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Agriculture and Livestock Development, Mr. Eliud Okech Owalo, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communication and Digital Economy, the Honorable Ezekiel Machogu Ombaki, CBS, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Education, Mr. Davis Kimutai Chirchir, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Energy and Petroleum, the Honorable Ababu Namwamba EGH, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Youth Affairs, Sports and Arts, Mr. Simon Kiprono Chelugui EGH, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Cooperatives and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, MSME Development, the Honorable Salim Mvuria EGH, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Mining, the Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs, the Honorable Florence Chepngetich Kosgei Bore, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Labor and Social Protection. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say no? No. The ayes have it. The next is to call upon you on that the House approves the appointment of the Honorable Justin Bedan Njoka Muturi EGH as the Attorney General. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. The next is to call upon you. Can the members at the bar take their seats? Order, honorable members. The next is to call upon the House that the House approves the appointment of Ms. Mercy Kiiru Wanjau. Order. The House approves the appointment of Ms. Mercy Kiiru Wanjau, CBS, as the Secretary of the Cabinet. As members of that opinion say aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it. And the last vote, order, honorable members. The last vote is that the House rejects the appointment of the Honorable Penina Malonza OGW as the Cabinet Secretary for Tourism, Wildlife and Heritage. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The nays have it. Now, all the honorable members, the upshot of that vote, honorable members, is that you have approved the appointment of all the nominees up to Mercy Kiiru Wanjau. You have negatived the rejection of Penina Malonza. This means Penina Malonza is now in purgatory. She's neither in heaven nor in hell. She's in purgatory. Now, the next move on Penina Malonza, I have received and approved a motion by the Honorable Irene Kasalu. She wants to move the House now to decide whether to shift Penina Malonza from purgatory to hell or to heaven. And I will now give her an opportunity to move the motion. Once she moves the motion, we have a seconder. Order, honorable members, order. Once she moves the motion, we have a seconder. Once we have a seconder, I want to encourage the House that you have overventilated on this matter. You allow the chair to put the question after proposing the question. Is the Honorable Kasal in the House? I invite you now to move your motion in not more than 10 minutes. And your seconder will be allotted 5 minutes. You can go ahead, the Honorable Kasalu.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And in the view of the decision of the House today, with respect to the motion on the approval